The machine from Earth must be destroyed.
Hello, ladies and gents, boys and girls, people of all ages, sexualities, and identities, and welcome back to another Doctor Who review. And today's Doctor Who review is none other than the MoonBase. So sit back, get ready for an adventure of a lifetime. So, what is the MoonBase about? Well, the Doctor, Ben, Polly, and Jamie land on the moon to discover that the Cybermen have secretly infiltrated the base of a bunch of humans who are trying to keep control of Earth's weather. However, little do they realise that essentially there is a big overarching plan which the Cybermen are going to use the weather machine against the human race in order to help escalate their plans for an invasion. Their first attempt at pretty much taking over the base is by using the sugar supply in the hold. By poisoning it with a bunch of cybermites, it helps interfere in the human digestive system and kill the victim from the inside out. After succeeding with this, they begin to try and take members of the base out of the base and kill them slowly one by one. And what doesn't help is that Jamie is poisoned and put on the operation table. Whilst slowly recovering from his ordeal, Jamie suddenly notices one of the Cybermen come into the base, and he calls out, "No, no, don't get me, no, Silver Piper, no." To which the rest of the crew don't quite get what his meaning is, but the Doctor quickly explains that Jamie's history with the McCrimmon backstory is that they were told over the years a story of the Silver Piper, and it's Jamie's only rational way of explaining the Cybermen. The Doctor's fears become realer and realer every second of every minute, and he knows that before long the Cybermen will be on the base and take a full-scale invasion, and they will have no option but to let them take over. So the Doctor points out that the Cybermen may be all-powerful and may have the control of the weather, however they still have invulnerabilities. After all, being part machine, chemicals can often mess with them. Pieces of gold, and cleverly pointed out by Polly, the idea of using a makeup substance could also affect them. This all comes down to Polly's brilliant idea of realizing that some of the Cybermen's circuitry is made of plastic, and plastic biodegrades, which helps her to be able to defeat them. By using her makeup, she manages to pretty much derail them and causes their systems to go into a panicked shock. However, she's not the only one to come up with a solution against the Cybermen in this episode, as the Doctor also manages to use kinetic energy to destroy some of the Cybermen. Time is closing in. The Cybermen have already managed to disrupt the flow of Earth's weather by using the weather machine against the planet's surface, causing mass hurricanes, flooding, weather storms, most probably fires somewhere as well from immense heat. All of the weather of planet Earth has been disrupted, and now the Doctor and his friends must find a way to fix it. They eventually manage to do this and restore the base to its integrity. However, they still have some Cybermen to deal with, and once they're dealt with, it's all fine and dandy. So what did I think of the MoonBase? The MoonBase is a brilliant piece of under siege storytelling. The idea of the base already being infiltrated from before the Doctor and that have even arrived, which makes it even greater when the crew start to question them and worry that maybe the Doctor has interfered with sugar. The idea, though, as well, of Jamie McCrimmon starting to think that the Cybermen are Pipers from his nightmare is even more brilliant. I love this idea of Jamie being from this other century, so he's constantly trying to put things into his own perspective. Patrick Troughton has an absolute blast in this, and I love the way that he kind of sits back at certain moments to kind of assess their situation. And then once he finally has a bigger grasp of what's going on, he realizes what he needs to do. For that reason, I give the MoonBase a solid 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next Doctor Who review. Until then, goodbye and have an incredible night.